Unlike other centres, including the Okankwe South constituency, which were marred with chaos, the NPP constituency elections at Kwabenya was very peaceful despite being named by the New Patriotic Party as one of the flashpoints in the Greater Accra region. The election, which began at 9:30 a.m., recorded no chaotic scenes, aside a concern raised by a women's organizer aspirant, Akosia Efiye Nimolabi. According to her, her position on the ballot paper had been changed. She said she had campaigned with her being number 2 on the ballot paper, but her position, which was moved to number 1, could affect her performance at the polls.
I have campaigned on number 2 since today, just to get here and know that my number has been changed to 1. I have my banners around. I think that this will affect me. Even if I don't lose, it is going to affect my margin, and I'm not liking the situation at all. What I need to do is to come out and hold the mic and do the campaign that changes myself. But I'm not allowed to do it. And the EC says they will do it. Since morning up to now, it has been only 2 announcements, and that is really going to affect me because the people are not all seated at once. They come and go. So I have extra burden to do, and I'm not happy with the situation, honestly.
But what may have caused this error? The district electoral officer at Kwabenya, Janet Kranting, explained that the withdrawal from the race by a candidate was the cause. She, however, indicated that the situation was resolved.
The albums and the ballot papers came this morning because we received them this morning around 9:10. We were supposed to start the elections at 9, but they brought the ballot papers at 9:10. So when we were checking them, there was an agitation from one of the candidates that she made her campaign based on their balloting, which was supposed to be on the number 2 on the ballots. But unfortunately, when the ballots came, she had been pushed to number 1 because somebody stepped down.
Meanwhile, the deputy regional organizer of the NPP for the Greater Accra region, Jeff Kasim, says Akosia Efiye's concern was as a result of a printing mistake and that both parties found an amicable solution to it.
It was a printing mistake. One of the candidates who was supposed to be on number 1 withdrawn from the contest. We did that correction that the printing house should print it. The number 2 should be on number 2, so it should be on this order, number 2, 3, and 4. But they changed it to number 1, 2, and 3. So that was the mistakes. But we, as you can see, we give announcement. In every 15 to 20 minutes, I do give announcement that this is the new guidelines from the women organizers. Number 1 is Akosia Efiye, number 2 is Felicia Techua, and number 3 is Patient Otro. So I've been doing that education, and I've asked people to go on the line to be educating the delegates that this is on the women organizer contest. This is a new ballot positions. So I think they've understood it, and then they are also abiding by that.
But what are the delegates' general assessment on the election, and how did they react to the update on the change of positions on the ballot paper of the women's organizer?
I don't know what happened because they should have been given the album for them to go through. So I don't know whether they went through and per the analysis or per what they saw, because they should have should have been some concern should have been raised. That okay, I'm number 2, but looking at the album now, I'm number 3. So what happened? Is that okay? Not that we will come here then before we do the changes. I think that one is wrong. That one is wrong. Yeah. Something should have done to that before even the voting. Looking at the assessment, I'll give them 98. Yeah, they have done right. Just that looking at the album and now they are changing the position. That is the numbering. That is where but so far they have done well.
I mean, they came to announce it that there has been some changes. I mean, whether it was printing mistake or whatever. So that's what I heard. That's what we were told. I spoke with 1 or 2 executives about it, and they were saying that it's not from them. They didn't do the printing. Actually, though they actually organized the whole thing, but it wasn't them who did the printing. So it wasn't a fault of them. That's what the explanation that they are giving. What I've observed from morning till now, I don't foresee any chaos or whatever, because our leaders are trying to coordinate or moderate the whole activity.